Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Hello, everybody. Brett Swartz here, Capital Gains Tax Solutions, and we're here for another Build It to Billions podcast. Excited to have our next guest on the show. Before we go there, I do want to thank everyone for being a part of the show. We're now, I think, around 100 episodes on the Build It to Billions podcast, and then we're also about 300 plus episodes on Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast and YouTube channel. So all the support out there means the world to me. Thank you so much. Each and every episode, we're bringing on the top entrepreneurs, millionaires, and billionaires, and they're sharing their insights, wisdom, and secrets with us so we can scale our wealth, impact, and ultimately give more, all of it away. As we scale from millions to billions is really what we're trying to learn. And today's guest is going to help us do just that. In fact, we're going to be talking about developing a rich brain with our guest, which is going to be really cool. He's coming out with a book on this. And essentially, our guest is a passive income creator. He's a Mailbox Money show host, passive income creator, keynote speaker, author of the upcoming book, Rich Brain Again, How the Wealthy Change Their Brain to Change Their Bank Account. He's an expert when it comes to real estate and syndications, as well as helping people build passive real estate and income lifestyles. Please welcome to the show with me, Mr. Bronson Hill. Bronson, how are we doing?
Hey, Brad, excited to be here, man. Build It to Billions. That's a great topic. Love what you guys are creating here.
Absolutely. And for our listeners get to know you for the first time, would you give us a little bit about your story and your current focus?
Sure. Yeah. So I was a well-paid medical sales professional. Like a lot of people, I worked hard, I made good money, but I just didn't have enough time, right? I worked with a couple physicians, selling stuff in the OR, wearing scrubs, going into surgeries. It was very interesting, but I had a couple of physicians I worked with that made literally millions of dollars a year, but they paid high taxes and they would basically work 60 to 80 hours a week every week. And I was like, well, that doesn't really seem like financial freedom to me. So I started to learn, I kind of did what a lot of people do is they bought a rental house, bought a few of them, had 4 rental houses, realized I was creating another job for myself. So as much as I wanted to, fire myself, as my first book talks about, and really go and create this other life for me where I could do all these things, I was creating another job. And so really, I learned about syndication, I learned about larger deals where you could be more passive. I actually was able to start raising some capital for that. And so now, we fast forward 5-6 years, we've raised about $50 million for different real estate, private equity deals. We help people to get cash flow, appreciation, and tax benefits by investing in various types of deals.
Awesome. And man, that's really cool. And then now you're looking and focus on the rich brain, right? And so let's talk about what does that mean and what's the number one secret to developing a rich brain?
Yeah, so it's interesting. In the process of raising $50 million, I've talked to a lot of investors. I know you have as well. So I've had 2,500 one-on-one conversations, been able to interview and ask questions and really just learn some things about these people that, are investing and what really makes them successful. And so it used to be, and this is something I thought too, is that you came from money, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, or you weren't, right? So a lot of people think that, and they talk about this kind of like this idea of class warfare, right? That there's the haves and the have-nots, and you just are what you are. But it's just the facts really are the exact opposite. Fidelity Investments had a study that came out in 2019 that said that 86% of millionaires are self-made, right? So almost 9 out of 10 people did not inherit it. They did not get it gifted. They actually figured out a way through their mindset and through their habits to how do I actually figure out how to become wealthy? And so wealthy is not what you have, it's the habits, the things you learn, and it's doing those things consistently over time. So the biggest thing I've really learned about this, Brett, is that a lot of people that are not wealthy, they don't have written goals. They don't really have things they're trying to go after. There's not a lot of mindset practices. The average American reads, I think, less than 8 books a year. Some, 50% read 4 books or less a year. And, it's just this idea of learning and the idea of openness and really having a mindset. A lot of people that are very, very wealthy, and a lot of them as well, they'll do things like affirmations. They'll do things like a vision board. They'll create goals. I just was with Grant Cardone yesterday, hosted an event with him, and he literally writes his goals down every single day. What are my goals for the day? What am I trying to achieve? And so there's some stuff around mindset that I found to be super, super valuable in there.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.